Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I'm reviewing yet another cigar from Caldwell Cigars. And if you say to yourself, Tim, you sure review a lot of Caldwell cigars lately, that's because they keep coming out with new blends. That's what they're supposed to do, right? This is the last Tsar, and this is the Toro. This is the new version. 6x50. There is the last Tsar. There is your density. And it has a nice feel in the hand. It also has, the cap is finished with a very wee little pigtail. This is obviously an oily wrapper. You can see the nice shine on it in the lights. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a very dark brown, well made. It's just a nice looking cigar. A little bit about this cigar. This originally came out as a Bellicoso last year. They added a Churchill later that same year, and this is the Toro, which I believe just came out. This cigar pays homage to Emperor Nicholas II, who is the final monarch of Russia. In 1917, he was forced to abdicate his throne during the Russian Revolution. 1 year later, Nicholas II and his family were executed by the Bolsheviks. There is the history of it. Now the blend, same tobacco leaf that was found in the Eastern Standard. The difference is the last Tsar has a wrapper that is fermented a little longer and processed differently. The rest of the blend is not disclosed. The wrapper is said to be an Arapiraca Connecticut shade hybrid Maduro, and the binder and the filler are not disclosed. As I said, this is the Toro 6x50. There is Nicholas II. And let's get right to it. The new Caldwell Last Tsar Toro. Alright, it's a nice flat cap. We're going to try to take that little pigtail right off, just one little slice. And I did. You can almost not tell where, it didn't change much. I'm getting a very sweet cedar, chocolate, and an earthy coffee. Those are the main flavors that jump out at you right away. Black pepper at about a 7.5. So I'm going to let it settle down and we're going to go from here. But it's quite a bit of nice sweet cedar. I will also add a little bit of brown sugar, chocolate, not dark chocolate, just straight chocolate, and a very earthy black coffee. I'm about an inch in, maybe a little more. Ash dropped on me. And the flavors are about like I described. I would say you could call some of that sort of a cocoa flavor, where I say there's chocolate. At times it tastes more like a cocoa rather than a straight chocolate, but it's back and forth between those two. Otherwise, it's about unchanged. The finish is a cream with just ever so light cocoa influence. Just a little bit. A little bit of lingering black pepper. This is not as peppery a cigar as some of their others. Medium to, it's really feeling like medium, and it's very close to medium to full body, even at this point. So at about an inch or so in. That's where we are. Well, I guess I'm around the midpoint. The sweetness seems to be topped out or better now. It is still that sweet cedar, a little brown sugar, a little cocoa chocolate type flavor. I'm also getting a little bit of a roasted nut, a dry roasted nut mixed in there. It's just that type flavor. Definitely an earthy coffee that's quite prominent. The pepper is about the same. Finish is unchanged. Definitely medium to full bodied, and sort of reaching the upper ends of that spectrum. So that's where we are at the midpoint, and it's just not making a lot of changes. Unless something drastic happens, I'll be back probably to wrap it up. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. The sweet note stayed pretty consistent. It stayed fairly sweet here to the end. Nice sweet cedar, a little brown sugar. The cocoa / chocolate notes were secondary, and the earthy coffee was quite prominent. Pepper might have moved up just a tad, but not significantly, and the finish did not change at all. It is very much a low-grade, full-bodied from the 2/3 point to the end, and other than that, it wasn't a lot of major changes. That's why I didn't come back for quite a while. It's been a good cigar, quite dark noted in that dark, earthy coffee and the chocolate and cocoa notes. The sweet cedar did, though, balance it out quite a bit, because it could have been overwhelmed by those dark notes, but as it is, it was fairly balanced and fairly full body. So all in all, for me, it's a 92. The Caldwell Cigars last Tsar. Don't know anything about the other sizes, but this has been a good cigar. Didn't quite have the overwhelming pop or richness that I would like a cigar to have, but it's a good solid 92. So there you have it, the Caldwell Cigars last Tsar Toro.